We're going to talk next about workflow automation through cloud-based content management systems. And so I'd like to welcome Andreas Kisslinger, the CEO of Lightcast. Andreas?
Thank you. Thanks so much, Eric, and the Stream Media team. Always great to be here. We love this show. We always look forward every year to Stream Media East and West and everything in between. Thank you for coming and joining us again. And I'll just dive right into it real quick. Workflows all look very different and unique in every organization, and we at Lightcast.com over the many years have had the privilege to serve hundreds, yes, thousands of different organizations and just discover the various different team dynamics and workflows and approaches among our customers and their teams and their organizations. So I only picked out 4 common workflows that we see among customer organizations quite frequently. There are, of course, hundreds of different types of workflows, but that you can realize through a good, solid OVP and media management system. But I want to highlight 4 in particular that we can look at today within the next couple of minutes. So the first one, first of all, and I like to start out with this. At Lightcast, we believe that audience is currency. You just need to know how and where to exchange. Your viewership is really your main asset, your capital. You need to leverage it in every possible way. We believe that very strongly and feel it is a huge privilege to serve so many different publishers and organizations to get their media out in front of more viewers and expand their viewership continuously. So workflow chains, ingestion, digestion, and distribution. We'll look at syncing from local media asset management systems. We'll look at media ingestion, metadata management, navigation structures, multi-platform distribution, and finally delivery. I will during these use cases, and I will show some screenshots taken from the Lightcast Media Cloud, which is our cloud-based management system. Now, there are other ones that can do similar things, but I don't have easy access to them to take screenshots. So I hope it's okay that I used the screenshots from our media management system because that was much easier to get a hold of. So use case number 1, dynamic VOD navigation structures on web apps, TV apps, mobile apps. If you are in the business of growing and monetizing viewerships, then most likely you have already built websites, mobile apps, and TV apps. If not, of course, please look for new platforms to expand to. If you wonder which platforms are worth building apps for, which ones work, which ones are proven to be a great opportunity for us, come talk to us at the expo floor. We'd love to hear more about your organization, your goals, your objectives, your projects, your content, and then maybe define and look at which platforms are maybe most suitable for your particular audience and viewership. But once you build these apps, you are building navigation structures, on-demand navigation structures, usually multi-tier navigation, categories, subcategories, subcategories, channels, subchannels, media group series, however you want to package and call it. But how do you dynamically update them in real time without having to involve an app developer every single time? Every time you want to make a change, every time you want to add a category, remove a category, add an additional navigation tier, subcategories, series. You don't want to be dependent every time on app developers. So you can automate this workflow by using a cloud-based media management system. So workflow 1, dynamic VOD navigation structures on web apps, TV apps, mobile apps, looks like this. First of all, connect your OVP feeds to your web apps, mobile apps, and TV apps, utilizing your OVP's APIs and multi-platform feeds. Your OVP standing for Online Video Platform, which is something what we are, but there are other great ones out there. Some of them represented here as well on the export floor. Many of them are actually not here, which is sad, but come and talk to us if you have any questions about that. Your OVP should be able to provide you with platform-specific feeds for every platform, really, that transmits all of your content and metadata. So first of all, you need to connect your content and your media management system with your apps and publishing properties in order to publish to them automatically. Number two, use your OVP's real-time CMS, content management system, to create and modify VOD channels and categories, meaning your navigation structure. Then, of course, use your OVP's real-time content management system to also create sub-channels and media groups and series, meaning multiple tiers and layers of navigation. Who of you publishers VOD archives, larger VOD archives that you segment into multiple categories and subcategories? Anyone? Yes, so I'm sure then you're very familiar with this. If you have hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of on-demand assets, audio or video, you have to make it easy for your viewership to browse that extensive library of content through categories and subcategories and series, and you want to package that just as we're all very familiar with it on various entertainment TV apps as well. And you can do that through your OVP's media management system dynamically and in real time without having to rely on an app developer. So then number four, extend your multi-tier navigation structure continuously in real time by adding, removing, modifying channels, categories, sub-channels, groups, series. Add gallery images, because those are extremely important, of course, because they visualize your categories and subcategories and series across all your apps, TV apps, mobile apps, web apps, all your publishing properties that are connected to your OVP and CMS. So upload those gallery images and make sure they represent the topic of the category as much as possible, of course, but that's very logical. And then add metadata functions and publishing settings such as DRM settings or screencast functions like Apple AirPlay or Chromecast and other functions that your channels may have for you, including geo-targeting or geo-blocking, of course, as well. So then you're all set once you have connected your apps with the feeds and APIs of your OVP, and you created a multi-tier navigation structure by using your media management systems, channels, sub-channels, category, and series capabilities. Once you added all the metadata, the images, maybe even subtitle files if you have them, or closed caption files, and you programmed all the publishing settings of which channels go where to which app, then you're all set. From that moment forward, the multi-tier navigation structures of your connected websites, social network channels, mobile apps, and TV apps can now be updated and extended in real time. So you can add and remove categories, add and remove subcategories, add and remove series in real time across all your apps without having to rely on an app developer. Use case number two, automating multi-platform publishing of VOD, metadata, and closed captions. By the way, I always refer to it as VOD, not VOD, because I somehow don't like VOD. That sounds so strange. And to web, social, mobile, and TV apps. Again, to full multi-platform setup. First of all, if you do use a local media asset management system, such as our partner Reach Engine here by Levels Beyond, there are many other media asset management systems out there. Most of them you can connect by APIs to your OVP and media management system, your cloud-based media management system. That is really important. Connect them to make sure you can sync all the files without having to upload again. Anyone who uses a MAM, a media asset management system, like Reach Engine or anything like that, usually hosted on premises on your own servers. This is critical if you work with various production teams that all have to work together and co-labor on your raw media files. So if you do use a media asset management system, make sure to utilize the APIs of your OVP to connect them with your cloud-based media management system. Make sure then to mirror both systems so that both of them have equal folder structures, because only then is it easier for you to sync up the content and metadata. So create folder structures to mirror your channel structure on your content management system. Then sync the files between your media asset management system and your OVP. Once tied in with the APIs, it's as easy as syncing, and it sends all your video files and the various renditions and your images and metadata, sidecar files back and forth between your local media asset management system and your cloud-based media management system. So then have your OVP auto-transcode video files into all the needed formats and bit rates and renditions as needed for multi-platform publishing. As you're probably all aware of, in order to maximize device compatibility, transcoding is critical, and in order to improve streamability to the ends of the earth, to every corner of the planet, through CDNs, it's critical to provide bitrate adaptive, meaning multiple bitrate renditions of every file. I'm sure that's super basic and very clear. I don't have to go into that, but your OVP should take care of that for you and automatically transcode all your archives and libraries for that purpose. It's not anything that you should have to be ever worried about. Number 5, sync your associated metadata, galleries, images, and closed caption sidecar files between your local media asset management system or your local servers and your cloud-based content management system. Audio assign to channels, subchannels, and series by presets. Like for instance, with the Livecast Media Cloud, you can set up workflow presets to automate a workflow. So you don't have to go through doing the same repetitive upload process time and again and again. So in many cases, you will have certain workflows that you will repeat multiple times, probably hundreds or thousands of times. So it is important that your OVP allows you to save and store those presets to automate that for your teams. So one application would be that to move your video files from a local server to your cloud-based OVP and media management system, like let's say the Livecast Media Cloud, including title, description, tags, names of actors and speakers, as well as channel assignments, maybe closed caption files and multilingual subtitle files. And all together and moving that up. So you can store that as a preset so that your teams who are responsible for the upload can simply do one click or sync it from your local server automatically via APIs without you having to do this manual work time and again over and over. So, and then to auto-publish instantly or program a future publishing date of your uploaded assets. And then auto-deliver video renditions, metadata, images, sidecar files via feeds to all platforms and players. Again, those feeds are so important. Your OVP needs to provide those to be able to deliver all your video file renditions, metadata, images, and associated sidecar files like closed caption and subtitle files to all platforms for you. Again, not anything you should ever have to be worried about, all something that your OVP needs to take care of for you. So then, once you've done that, you're all set. You've set up the automation for this workflow. You connected your local servers where all your files and metadata rests on, your databases or media asset management systems. You synced all the files and data between your local servers and your cloud-based OVP. You rendered watermarks, transcoded into all the file renditions, added metadata, images, subtitle files. You positioned your files into the channels, subchannels, categories according to your navigation structure. You selected publishing dates, whether that's instantly or a future publishing date, and it distributes for you. So from now on forward, all your on-demand video archives with associated metadata, tags, closed caption files, language versions, gallery images are now published and controllable in real time across all your connected websites, social network channels, mobile apps, and TV apps. We're most passionate about TV apps. We believe very much that the future of television is streamed. Who believes that too? We're at Streaming Media East. We're not at NAB, right? The National Association of Broadcasters, which is also a fantastic expo to go to. But that's very much about broadcasting. Here it's all about streaming, and the future of television is streamed, in our opinion. Let's all regroup in a couple of years and see if that was true or not. But I think it is. I really think it is. So that was use case number 2. 2 more, 3 and 4. The fourth one is really simple and easy, so that's going to be a quick one before all our brains explode with too much information overload. But use case number 3, automating live-to-VOD workflows. Now, this is a really cool one if you do stream live events. Anyone who streams live events? Perfect. So this is one that you probably will hear even more in the next session. If you stick around, it will be all about live streaming as well. So from a live event to on-demand distribution. The workflow should look like this in most cases. First of all, schedule a live event in your OVPs, your online video platforms, media management system. It should provide you with an event scheduling tool that allows you to, like in this case here, from Livecast Media Cloud, just add your metadata, start time, end time, time zones, social media publishing preferences to Facebook Live, YouTube Live if you wish, whether it's a simulated live event from previously uploaded or recorded file, or a live from your encoder. Whether or not you want to make this a repetitive event that repeats at the same time every week, etc. So you just schedule that event and then embed players with metadata display, such as the title of the show, maybe a description below it, start time and countdowns, background image that you uploaded for your player to your website. You can embed that on your websites, on your mobile apps, really pretty much everywhere. The players your OVP provides you with should automatically trigger a countdown, by all means, on player. It should also, the feed should send to your various apps should include countdown information, so it could trigger countdowns on all your apps. And then ingest the live stream. Simply, as always, copy the stream key and select an CDN access point. I'm sure you've all done that many times before. And then auto-record that live event. Set your channel, your live channel, to automatically record for you so that to make that recording available after the event. So now you have this recorded file, but it probably started at an awkward time because your live event may not start exactly the way you wanted. It may also not end exactly how you wanted. You need to trim it. So then use the trimming tool of your OVP to set in points and out points and trim the thing. So it's exactly as you would like the VOD asset to look. And then assign it to the various channels and sub-channels and media groups according to the navigation structure, exactly where you want it placed on all your apps. And add metadata, custom gallery images, or closed caption and subtitle files. Select a watermark to render a watermark onto the video file. The live stream itself may or may not even contain that. It may, if you send it along, but you may want to render that into the on-demand video file so that should your video go viral across all kinds of social networks beyond your control, at least your watermark is always on there and it points back to you. It's some kind of protection. In my opinion, that's sometimes a better protection than just DRM on its own, because you want sometimes you want your content to go viral and to go as wide as possible, but you want people to go back and find you and know who produced it. And then send it through VOD transcoding. The recorded live stream in itself, as recorded on the servers, is compatible with web players, but you want to make it compatible and bitrate adaptive. with multiple bitrate renditions for all platforms, including TV apps and mobile apps, and really have it go everywhere. So send it through VOD transcoding, then auto-publish it instantly or program a future publishing date, and auto-deliver all the renditions and metadata to all your platforms, websites, mobile apps, TV apps, other outlets, social platforms, as on-demand asset. So now you're all set. Your live events are recorded. You're turning them into on-demand assets through this workflow. Last but not least, very simple, super easy. Nothing special about this one. It's the most basic thing ever, but yet we're always asked about it, so I'll just throw it in there, okay? And that's automating live stream distribution to websites, mobile apps, TV apps, and social networks. It's the most basic thing, but here it is, just in case. Schedule a live event, just like we looked at it before. Add metadata, times, publishing options. Select the social network you would like to live stream to. There's nothing special about streaming to Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Every OVP should do this. It's absolutely basic and standard. But make sure that you're selecting a service where you can actually do this. Simply choose the social networks to publish to. It should ask you to authenticate yourself and your account and connect your respective Google account or Facebook account with your OVP by entering your username and password and establishing that connection. Super easy. You're all set. All your live events are now being published to your connected websites, wherever you embedded the live players or sent the feed to via the API using a third-party player. To your social network channels that you connected to your mobile apps and TV apps. Super easy. I mean, doesn't take more than a minute to set up. Very cool. That's it, really. Thank you so much. Again, don't forget, audience is currency. Just need to know how to exchange and where. Thanks for your attention. My name is Andreas with Livecast.com. Thanks.